Nikola Tesla, a name that sparks more than just electricity. To some, he was a genius inventor. To others, a misunderstood madman. But one thing's for sure, he was nothing short of extraordinary. Born in 1856, Tesla was a man who saw the 21st century before the 20th had even begun. He visualized machines in his head, designed systems without blueprints. He was a walking, thinking lab. He dreamed of powering the entire world, wirelessly. That's right, no wires, no plugs, just pure energy broadcast through the air. Basically, free Wi-Fi for your toaster in the 1890s. The Wardenclyffe Tower on Long Island was supposed to do just that, built to beam electricity across the globe, funded by J.P. Morgan, until Morgan realized he couldn't charge people for air. Morgan pulled the funding. The tower was abandoned, later dismantled. Tesla's dream was literally torn down, piece by piece. Tesla's ideas weren't just ambitious, they were dangerous. Not in a destructive way, but in an economic one. A world with free energy, great for humanity, terrible for profits. In his lifetime, Tesla filed over 300 patents, from alternating current to wireless communication, remote controls, induction motors, you name it, he probably thought of it first. He even sketched designs for a death ray, or what he called a teleforce weapon. He said it could destroy entire armies from miles away. Governments didn't know whether to laugh or panic. After his death in 1943, Tesla's belongings were confiscated by the Office of Alien Property. Yes, that's the actual name, which sounds suspicious even if you don't believe in aliens. Among the seized items, dozens of notebooks, many of which have never been made public. Some that were arrived mysteriously incomplete. One declassified memo described Tesla's ideas as potentially valuable for national defense. Not bad for a guy the media often called insane. And yet, during the Cold War, the US and the Soviets both explored high-frequency energy weapons, many resembling Tesla's theories. Some conspiracy theorists even link Tesla's notes to HAARP, the US research program in Alaska accused of weather manipulation. Officially, it studies the ionosphere. Unofficially, who knows? So why is Tesla often left out of mainstream textbooks? Why do schools teach about Edison, but not the man whose inventions made Edison's work scalable? The answer might be simple. Tesla wasn't marketable. He didn't care about money. He gave away ideas. He wrote letters to pigeons. He wasn't easy to brand. He died alone, in a hotel room, feeding birds and writing equations no one could understand. But years later, the world started paying attention. In recent decades, Tesla's legacy has surged. Books, documentaries, even a car company named after him. Suddenly, he's a legend, and rightly so. But what if his legend is only part of the truth? What if some of his greatest ideas, the ones about unlimited energy, weapons of light, and interplanetary communication, were silenced? It's a question that refuses to die, especially since many of his claims, once considered fantasy, have slowly crept into modern science. He described wireless data transmission decades before radio and television, talked about Earth resonance frequencies before earthquake detection existed, predicted smartphones in 1909. He envisioned self-flying drones, talked about tapping into the planet's magnetic field, even speculated about life on other planets, not as fiction, but as physics. Some of his ideas sound outrageous, even today. But every few years, another crazy Tesla concept gets quietly verified by modern science. Makes you wonder what else he was right about. According to released FBI documents, his files were reviewed by a top electrical engineer who declared them unimportant. Later, that engineer was revealed to be Dr. John G. Trump, uncle of former President Donald Trump. You can't make this stuff up. So the question isn't just, was Tesla a genius? That's obvious. The question is, Why were his most radical ideas ignored, hidden, or destroyed? Some say it was because he threatened powerful industries. Others say his work was just too advanced, like handing a jet engine to someone riding a horse. Whatever the reason, his disappearance from the scientific canon was no accident. It was omission by design, and now we're finally catching up to the man we once left behind. Tesla fans believe his work still holds secrets, that the files still locked away might contain blueprints for clean energy, advanced communication, maybe even cures. Sounds far-fetched? Maybe. But remember, the man predicted the 21st century in the 19th. He earned a little benefit of the doubt. What he represents isn't just science. It's a kind of hope. The belief that knowledge can be free, that technology can serve people, not just profit. And perhaps that's why he was silenced, because he wasn't trying to win. He was trying to elevate, to uplift, to enlighten. He once said, "The present is theirs. The future for which I really worked is mine." That future, it's still unfolding. Tesla wasn't just a man of science. He was a storm in a lab coat. And even though they tried to erase him, the thunder of his legacy still echoes. So next time you charge your phone, turn on a light, or listen to wireless music, thank Tesla. He saw it all coming. And ask yourself, if this is what we know, what don't we know? What lies in those missing notes, those censored files, those theories too advanced for their time? Was Tesla forgotten or buried? And what if the most important inventions of the last century weren't lost, just kept quiet? Maybe the world wasn't ready for Tesla. But now, maybe it finally is. And if you're part of the generation that wants to know the truth about energy, science, and human potential, then you're already part of the current he started. If this video sparked your imagination, hit that like button, leave a comment with your favorite Tesla theory, and don't forget to subscribe to Zyntra for more untold stories and suppressed history. Let's keep the current flowing.